video for you guys today. Gonna put it there. But as someone very nicely and quickly pointed out to me, there was this awful like fuzzing sound in the background, which is super annoying. I don't know why. I'm gonna hope and pray it isn't about to do it again, because that would be super annoying. But yeah, so I thought I'd do a little quick video, well, a video for you guys, just so I can get one out today for you guys, of my book collection and the books that I have currently got on my reading list. I also, my son has already had his nap today, which is normally when I do the filming, so if you hear little chatters away, it's because he's downstairs playing with his toys like just then, but I'll try and keep it as quiet as possible. So firstly, I did actually get a Kindle quite recently. I really liked the Kindle because you've got all the books you could possibly need at the touch of a button, and it's okay. I do quite like it. I actually only read one book on here so far, and it was A Court of Thorns and Roses, or A Court of Roses and Thorns. Really good. I did want to finish the Game of Thrones book, obviously, that I was reading first. But there's 5 books and they're all about 700 pages long, it's amazing, and you get really into these books, but it's quite a long run. So I do love my Kindle. Put sticker on the back. I do love my Kindle. It's got one of those nice smiles. It was fairly cheap as well. I think this was like £90 or something like that, so it was super cheap. But I have actually gone back to liking paper books more. So I'm going to start off with this one. This is the Housemaid by Frida McFadden. From behind closed doors, she sees everything. You've got a little keyhole with a lovely little sort of hazel eye with a little bit of eyeliner and a little bit of mascara, a little bit of eyeliner, a little bit of mascara. And the blurb reads, "Every day I clean the Winchester's beautiful home. I collect their daughter for school, and I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in my tiny room on the top floor. I try to ignore how Nina Winchester makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband seems more broken every day. But it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy cars, and the perfect husband. I only try on one of Nina's pristine dresses once, but she soon finds out. By the time I realise my bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's too late. But the Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of." I've heard amazing things about this book. I'm super excited to read it. It's not actually a super long book either. It's 325 pages long, which is a big jump. This is actually one of the smaller Game of Thrones books, probably the smallest, and it's 670 pages long, so it's definitely a step down. I've heard really good things on Book Talk about this. The next one is The Handmaid's Secret, but I haven't got that book yet. I just this is definitely a book that I'm super excited about reading. I think after this I'm gonna go onto like a smaller book like this and then start on the next series of books that I want to start on. We'll go on to this book next then. This is obviously George R.R. Martin's A Storm of Swords, the second book, Blood and Gold. I have these. It's really annoying how this one isn't in the same collection as this one, but this is obviously the third book. You can see it's so battered and bruised, and this has 780 pages in. I think this is the longest book, so if you can get through this beast, then you can get through the rest of the series. Amazing. First book is amazing. I absolutely loved it. Then the second book is A Clash of Kings. This is when it starts getting interesting. I don't want to spoil it much if you are reading it at the moment, but someone dies and that's what puts the nail in the coffin for half of the Seven Kingdoms. It's absolutely incredible. George R.R. Martin is an amazing person. I'm sure I speak about this 100 times on this channel. Love him. I do want to read the House of Dragons collection as well, but I'm going to finish this first. This is the third book which I'm currently reading at the moment, I'm currently on page 280, and it has, I think I'm about halfway through, or just over halfway through. It's got about 569 ones. It's A Storm of Swords, and it's the first book. So there's like part 1 and part 2. This is part 1, and this is part 2. They kind of go together. It's super annoying. I didn't buy the box set, which is why they're kind of like different. This was released before the Game of Thrones series, and this was released after. You can tell because it's got like the House of Dragon, things like that on it. So this is the one that I'll be reading next. So this is the House of Dragons collection. So this is my son thought it was funny to start throwing things downstairs. So this is like all of the books, I think, in the Game of Thrones sort of series. I didn't realise that there was 7 books. I'm sure there isn't. I think these books may be the House of Dragons books, and then these books are just like spin-off ones. Oh no, look. I thought there was 5 books and he was still writing the rest of them. Well, but yeah, this is the book that I'm probably gonna read after I finish this one, which maybe in like 2 weeks I'll probably finish this. Probably takes me about like a month to read each book, because I will read when I get in the bath and then read for about an hour before bed to kind of relax me. But yeah, these books. I've got 4 more books that I'm going to show you. One of them is the second book in the A Court of series, which is A Court of Mist and Fury, Sarah J. Maas. I've read the first one, loved the first one. Read the first one, absolutely loved the first one. It keeps you going. And I love that there's not too much in it. I love that it's, because I feel like it's like so many cuts. This is the problem with filming when my son's awake. I feel, what was I saying? Okay. I feel like the intimate area is a big part of the storyline, but I'm glad that they don't go into like the raunchy goes into it, and then it's like, okay, 2 hours later, which I really, really, really love. And I felt kind of at the end of it, the first book, because I was like, oh, I wonder what happened to this, I wonder what happened to this, I wonder what happened to this. So it's, I'm really excited that I started reading this late, because it means I can go straight on to this book, which is amazing. So I'll read you the blurb. It goes, Faye is immortal. She rescued her lover, Tamlin, from the sadistic fairy. I never know whether it's fairy or fairy. So someone please tell me in the comments if you're a book lover. Is it fairy or fairy queen? And now possesses Faye powers beyond imagining. But Faye cannot forget the destruction she wrought to save her beloved, nor the bargain she made with Rysand, the High Lord of the feared Night Court. As Faye is drawn even deeper into Rysand's world, she senses a dark pain in his heart that echoes her own. For good or ill, Faye must embrace the changes within her. War is looming, and the only thing, and only the full might of her new powers can save people's lives. Love it. And even on the back it says here, plenty of sass, sexual tension, and female empowerment. We love female empowerment of books, and I'm so glad that there is a lovely British author. So yeah, A Court of Mist and Fury, amazing. The next two books are they're like together as one, but I'll go through one at a time. I think this one is first. This is A Fourth Wing. As you can tell, I've been very drawn to like a talk book or book talk, because they're all like viral books that I'm starting really late because I've spent so long trying to finish this Game of Thrones series. But it's Rebecca Yarros' Fourth Wing. Discover the thrilling must-need global phenomenon. I've heard so much about this. My sister raves about it, but the thing that made me get into it is because everyone was going on about the third book, Onyx Storm, and said that they like got to the end and they were like, what? So I was like, oh, okay, that intrigues me. What are you so nervous about that I need to see? So it's okay. So this one's Pure Escapism meets Pure Escapism. Think Hunger Games meets 50 Shades. That was by the son Millie Bobby Brown says I couldn't put it down. So I think this is a bit more on the side. You know, do with that what you will. Because friends, enemies, lovers, everyone has an agenda. Violet Sorrengail expected to live a quiet life surrounded by books until she was forced into onto the world's deadliest training ground. Now she must fight to join the army elite dragon riders. But dragons don't choose fragile riders, they incinerate them. When your body breaks as easily as Violet does, death is only a heartbeat away. Every night could be your last. Many would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her simply because of her last name, including the Rufus. Xaden. Ryerson, her family's greatest enemy. With the odds stacked against her, Violet must use every edge of her wits can give her just to see the next side raise. Because once you enter Bathgythe War College, there's only one way out: graduate or die. I was never really super into fiction. I think this is what it is, or non-fiction. I think this is fiction. But after I started reading Game of Thrones and things like that, I just became obsessed, and I love fiction now. I really struggled with like not being able to relate it to the real world, if you get what I mean. Like I loved true crime books or just books about anyway. So I found it really difficult to like put it to reality. But I read Game of Thrones and I just love it. This is the second one of the book, which is Iron Flame, which I'm assuming means that she isn't dead. I don't think that's a big, because there's a second book and a third book. You know, I'm assuming that is until I read the blurb. This one says Iron Flame is on course to set the world alight. I loved that. Secrets, sacrifice, survival against all odds. Okay. Violet Sorrengail made it through her first year at Ascaith War College, but now the real training begins. The stakes are higher than ever, and a determination to survive won't be enough this time. When a powerful new enemy threatens everything she cares about, including the man she loves, Violet must do whatever it takes to keep her secret safe. One wrong move could have horrifying consequences, and as a web of lies spun by those in charge starts to unravel, nothing, not even dragonfire, may be enough to save them in the end. The deadly second year at Bathgas awaits. Again, I've kind of spoiled the first book now, but I like to buy like the series at a time. And then last but not least is this book. This is Yellowface by Rebecca F. Kwang. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing her name wrong. I've heard so much about this. Look how many awards it's won. There's 10 awards here, which is incredible. Everyone seems to absolutely love it. Someone says darkly comic, which I'm excited about. The book that everyone is talking about. This is just one hell of a story. It's not just hers to tell. When failed writer June Hayward witnessed her rival Anthea Lee die in a freak accident, she sees her opportunity and takes it. So what if it means stealing Anthea's final manuscript? So what if it means borrowing her identity? And so what if the first lie is only the beginning? Finally, June has the fame she's always deserved, but someone is about to expose her. What happens next is entirely everyone else's fault. I am so excited to read this. I think I'll probably read this and do like a little sort of short story, because I think there's only 2 books and they're so small I could probably finish this in an evening. But I think this is like a singular book, so maybe I'll read this after I finish the Game of Thrones section. But it's absolutely incredible. I can't wait to read this book. In the UK, like a book is kind of like £9.99 at £10. That's £10.99 because it's slightly bigger. The Game of Thrones books £9.99, so they're all kind of around the £9.99, £10.99 mark. Which my mum is a book reader. She likes non-fiction history. She loves history books, so she has like a little library upstairs in her house where she has like 4 bookshelves filled with books, and I think I definitely found my love of books through my mum. I definitely got it from her side. My sisters all read books. They were the ones that got me into fiction, so I'm super excited about reading those books. I just want to say I'm so sorry again if you did hear the video of me doing your makeup. I am going to redo that one tomorrow because I really liked how it panned out, but it was the constant ing in the background. I'm really hoping that this one doesn't have it as well. But we'll wait and see, I guess. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you